Hello, operator. Before we connect you to your assigned administrator, please select the voice you would prefer them to use when conversing with you.
Greetings, operator.
Please confirm voice select.
Greetings, operator.
Please confirm voice selection.
Greetings, operator.
Selection confirmed. Establishing connection.
Greetings, honored operator, and welcome to Project Salvation. I am Administrator Epsilon. As you are new to the system, before you assume control of the soul selected to receive guidance, allow me a moment to explain how all of this works. The soul you will be steering momentarily is named Loni Yadetsi. You are permitted to change the given name if you so choose, and you are also allowed to insert yourself inside the entity if you feel it will aid your acclimation to its spirit. Either way, your aim is to monitor the soul's progress and gently guide it onwards towards the next most suitable plane of existence by whatever means you deem necessary. For now, the soul in question will continue to exist in perpetuity within the confines of Limbo to enable you both to explore all available options. Though, of course, its ultimate destination will not be defined without an administrator's order. There may be moments in your shared journey where you feel the soul fighting to be in full authority of its actions. When these instances occur, the option to relinquish control will be presented to you. To allow it to act independently of your counsel, simply select its heart. However, we politely remind you that the soul has been selected for supervision specifically because it is struggling to attain enlightenment alone. Please use discretion when permitting autonomy. I will also warn you that while we appreciate your enthusiasm in volunteering for this most esteemed role, should the administrators deem your performance disappointing, we will not hesitate to replace you with a more capable operator. When a conclusion is reached, I will ask you an all-important question. Your responses will be recorded for training purposes, so it's essential that you answer honestly. Now that you understand your position here, I shall proceed with the following survey to get you settled in. Firstly, do you wish to keep the name Loni for this soul, or replace it with an alternative? Understood. While you are inhabiting the soul, which pronouns would you like it to be referred to by? Very well. And finally, do you wish to insert yourself within the soul, or remain a detached observer? Wonderful. Before we part ways, I must warn you that while steering your soul, you may hear it speak using a voice that is not your own, especially when delegating control to it. Understandably, this can cause some operators a degree of distress. If it alarms or displeases you in any way, note that you may mute your soul at any time by accessing your user controls. I shall now proceed to get you caught up with our world while you synchronize with the soul. We will reconvene and review your progress once you reach the end of a thread. Goodbye, and good luck, operator.
Please pay attention to the following presentation. It is designed exclusively for you and contains the sentiment of your soul. When properly absorbed, it should aid you in immersing yourself within its worldview and situation. Upon reaching the presentation's conclusion, you will find yourself submerged within your soul's experience. Please, do not be alarmed. Once you successfully uncover the outcome of each path, the system will sever your connection and swiftly return you to this room for review. Your well-being is of the utmost priority, and so your vitals will be monitored continuously throughout your exploration to ensure your safety. Please confirm your participation so that we may proceed with our work. Commencing Project Salvation. Subject, Lonnie. Active. Soul synchronization, active. Acclimation initiating in 3, 2, 1.
I'll be fine on my own. I don't need something so sleazy to get me through this.
That was SSL's own Tava Tauride with Spellbound. And I'm your host with the most, Nico Jabari, with a quick news and weather update for all you eager Arcadians out there this evening. Strap in, folks, 'cause you're in for a bumpy ride. Oh, and to the anonymous gentleman caller who complained about our broadcast last night, we don't only cover the grim and the gory. In fact, just an hour ago, Nico received a steaming fresh scoop that we think you'll be very interested to hear. Your wife was spotted ordering an escort to your address last night while you were at work. And I'm sorry to say it, my friend, but your neighbors complained no less than 10 times about the noise. So, maybe check your priorities before you start complaining about what Nico's up to, Alrighty. Now that we've covered the fluff for the night, let's get on with the serious part of the show, shall we? Bad omens continue for Deadly Desires as another 3 performers are reported missing since the end of last week. This came right after the alarming update earlier in the year that one absent client of the company was found abandoned in an alley minus her heart, while another was located wandering the streets, seemingly soulless. Patrons of Deadly Desires have voiced their concerns to the administrators regarding their safety in engaging with the service. In an interview with us yesterday, a client who wishes to remain anonymous expressed their fears that these attacks are targeted at both Deadly Desires employees and clients, rather than random acts of violence, as was previously assumed. A small number of residents taking an interest in the incidents have begun to theorize that the disappearances and assaults may be linked, and potentially even the work of an organized group aiming to destroy the Deadly Desires brand. In a statement from the administrators, it was made clear that no investigation is currently underway, and service users should engage with the company at their own discretion. They advise that all clients continue to undertake the usual precautions when booking performers, and remind the citizens of Arcadia as well as wider Limbo that Deadly Desires is not an officially sanctioned business. In other news, Pookie's Pizza has been forced to close its doors temporarily after receiving an order from food standards inspectors who rated the establishment a 1, meaning immediate improvement in several areas is necessary before trade is allowed to resume. When approached for comment, Pookie claimed that the rating was unfair and proved that inspectors were on a witch hunt. Pookie assured us that the necessary improvements will be made swiftly, and Pookie's Pizza will be open for business as usual within the next week or so. Time now for a weather update with the wonderful Amaya. Amaya, what can we expect?
Well, Nico, the problems plaguing the weather system in Limbo's Arcadia sector still seem to be in play, and with no quick fixes in sight, citizens can expect showers of varying intensity over the course of the coming week. It shouldn't be a problem for those of you staying indoors, but if you're heading out, you might want to take an umbrella, as the rain shows no sign of stopping anytime soon. Other than that, it should be a relatively pleasant week temperature-wise, if a little humid thanks to the ongoing rain.
Well, that's a bummer. You would think maintenance would have worked their magic by now. I'm sure all the vamps out there will be thrilled to hear it, but no doubt the rest of us wouldn't mind a bit of sunshine. Right, let's get back to the music, shall we? Up next, we got the fabulous Scarlet Saints with their new hit number, Popcorn Panic. Enjoy.
Welcome to Deadly Desires, where we aim to fulfill any and all fantasies, or your money back. Please listen to the following options before making a selection. If you wish to request a specific talent, please press 1. If you want to hire a surprise escort, press 2. If you're interested in our special celebrations package, hit 3. If you require a funeral package with your experience, please press 4 and rest in peace. If you're calling to complain about our services, press 5 and be prepared to leave a convincing message. For any questions or queries, please hold, and an operator will be with you momentarily.
Greetings. Since you've selected option 1, did you have a particular performer in mind? Ah, Romeo, huh? Good choice. Unfortunately, he's unavailable right now. Indeed it is. I'm sure you're already well aware, but he's probably one of our most popular performers. It was a sad day for us all when we heard he was indisposed. With any luck, he'll be back at work soon. But in the meantime, I'm afraid I'm not permitted to make any bookings with him. I'm sorry, but there's honestly nothing I can do about it. If it makes you feel any better, I heard he was having some trouble down there. Aw, well, isn't that just adorable? You know, I've heard some of the other agents mention folks like you, but I didn't think I'd ever meet one myself. The ones who call us for company. Don't get me wrong, by the way, I think it's utterly charming. Most of our clients are into the less innocent services we have on offer. Oh, don't be shy, sweetie. You know, you should at least try one of our more exotic packages someday. You might be pleasantly surprised. Suit yourself, sugar. You know, sometimes it's nice to have a little salt to mix in with that sweetness. Still, I can't book you in with our dear Romeo, even if it's just to chill together. The problem with his, well, you know, has gravely affected his mental health. Trust me, he's a total mess right now. Oh no, we have professionals for that, dear. I'm sure it'll all be resolved in no time, but for now, I'm afraid you're going to have to pick someone else. Do you want me to list everyone who's available at the moment? What rumors? Believe me, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. We'll take real good care of you here. I promise. All our performers are fully trained and cleared to carry out contracted work with utmost professionalism. Can I tempt you to a surprise package instead? Well, come on. It'll be fun. We've got all your details on file already, so our staff will be sure to pick someone suitable for you. Don't you fancy a bit of spice in your life? Precisely. So, can I consider that a yes? Fabulous! Am I correct in thinking you'd like them sent over ASAP? That shouldn't be a problem at all. If you just buzz your payment over as usual, I'll get a team on it as soon as the transaction's been confirmed, okay? Great. Can I help you with anything else today? Cool. I'll love you and leave you for now. As always, your custom is much appreciated. Thanks for choosing Deadly Desires. Don't forget to have yourself a deadly day now.
Hello. You ordered a surprise package, right? Well, surprise. Lonnie, huh? Pretty. I'm afraid mine's a bit of a mouthful, so feel free to just call me Eris, if it pleases you. It's short for Erisithan, a somewhat distasteful joke on my parents' part. Limos Erisithan is my full name, but I prefer Eris. It makes things much more simple. So, are you planning to invite me in? Or would you rather we conduct our contract on your doorstep? I don't mind either way, but I find my scales disagree with the acidity of the rain. You want me to go? You do realize you already paid for my time, right? You won't get a refund for changing your mind. What's the matter? Do I make you uncomfortable? Liar. Save your breath, silly human. I know when I'm not wanted. Luckily for you, I have another client who I'm sure will be thrilled to see me a little sooner. So, no hard feelings. See you around.
Welcome back, operator. Please be patient while the system analyzes your outcome. Connecting to your assigned administrator.
A most sensible conclusion, although we must ask ourselves if this particular soul's salvation lies in safety. I suggest you seek other paths open to you, operator. Exploration is within the spirit of this exercise, after all. Perhaps this individual might find shelter nestled in the arms of danger. Now, I must ask, do you approve of this outcome? Your input has been noted.
Congratulations on uncovering a new outcome, operator. Please take a break if required, and proceed with your work when ready.
Someone's a little on edge, huh? I'm kidding. Does my name even matter? Business is business. But if you really want to know, it's Limos Erisithan. Don't worry, you can just call me Eris. Everyone else does. Huh. And you think knowing someone's name makes them more than strangers? You humans sure are something. Anyway, it's not a problem, so your thanks are quite unnecessary. I'm happy to do whatever you require to help you feel safe. So, are you planning to invite me in? Or would you rather we conduct our contract on your doorstep? I don't mind either way, but I find my scales disagree with the acidity of the rain. If you're making something. Either is fine. I'll have whatever you're having. What about them? I'm surprised you noticed. I use a special glitter to help them shimmer when I'm seeing clients. Most people don't care for it, though. I'm not even sure why I bother. Huh. I know you know what I am. I could see it in your eyes the moment you opened the door. So why don't you just go ahead and ask what you really want to ask? Hmm? Allow me to stop you there before you dig yourself an even deeper hole. You were correct the first time. I am indeed one of the Sithis, and I'm well aware of the things people say about us. Huh. What I am curious to know is how you recognize one of us, if you're inclined to indulge me. I'm sure the stories made us all seem like monsters, but you let me inside regardless. Yes, I know of Nyard. We haven't met personally, but if there's any truth to the gossip, they hardly seem like a shining example of our species. In fact, I apologize for any inconvenience they may have caused you. Sithis should never be so pathetic. Isn't that the same thing? What kind of sorry excuse for a creature wanders around pestering people for compliments? It's disgusting. True Sithis don't beg, we take. You can forcibly extract anything from anyone, if you're skilled enough. Conflict of interest. Huh. Care to explain exactly what you mean by that? Huh. I'm impressed you'd even know that. You're absolutely right, but they made a special exception, just for me. You're quite the nosy little human, aren't you? It's simple. I'm just that good. Speaking of which, did you have anything in particular in mind for how we should spend our time together? You got me booked for the rest of the day. So, I'm all yours. Oh, I have plenty, but I fear they may be somewhat too adventurous for your tastes. But your dossier said you've never hired a single performer for any sort of active perversion in all of the time that you've been a loyal customer. You don't have to prove anything to me. You know, I'm not here to judge you. Huh, very well. When I look at you, I see tension in every part of your body, dragging you down, dulling your senses, and drowning out your desires. I would aim to liberate you from those shackles and have you floating freely, enveloped in ecstasy. Well, since you're human, it'd be all too easy. It's not solidly sushi. What so in was yes, the else in the castle win was found. Higher of idiots with your village yeah for they are nilger. Yes, and it was such an episode inside. I had yelled it over an hour, baby. He not, he let. Well, would you like to find out right now? Deadly, my dear. The offer's there. Take it or leave it. It makes no difference to me. None taken. If anything, I'm relieved to see you confirm my beliefs about you. Besides, you're not missing out on much. Only the most depraved would truly relish the experience, which sadly covers an alarming array of your sorry species, among others. And there lies the problem. People don't think. They just do. No wonder our district is in such a desperate state. Honestly, it's a miracle anyone can find true love anymore, with so many surrendering to their predilection for debauchery. True, but there's an existence out there beyond Limbo, a before and an after. Each stage is a waiting room in itself, and as we shift from one plane to another, we only spiral downward, towards desire and destruction. Not you though, Lonnie. You're different. It's refreshing to encounter someone I see eye to eye with. We should probably drink our coffee. I wouldn't want it to go to waste after you went through all the trouble of making it. Thank you. That won't be necessary. This is perfect. Just like you. Stop. You're making me blush. If only that were the case. The more common scenario I tend to encounter involves being told to shut up, suck this, or fondle that. Believe me, being offered a coffee is a rare courtesy in my line of work. If I'm lucky, I might just about manage to squeeze in a snack on the job. Half the time, I go hungry. I've dipped in and out of their employment for a while, so it's difficult to say, but I've seen my fair share of clients. More than enough to curate an entire catalog of horrors. But I'm not about to burden you with that. It really is quite delicious. What is it? I don't know about that. I'm hardly gonna spend my incarceration wasting away in some sorry excuse for an office. That's enough to drive anyone insane. At least like this, I have some semblance of freedom. Oh, it's awfully kind of you to be concerned, but I assure you, I can look after myself. I may not earn enough to stop me from starving, but it's better than whatever else is on the table. And besides, I met you, so it can't be all bad now, can it? In truth, I only offered them my services because I thought I might stand a better chance at meeting someone special doing this sort of thing. You see, Limbo's zero tolerance for workplace romance makes things laborious for me. With deadly desires, I can live life here in a loophole. Day after day, I remind myself I'm still alive. My clients can try to tear down the walls, but I'm the king of my own castle, you know? I may be stuck on repeat, but at least I'm standing. Sure, my hours are filled with sin, and so what? It's an acceptable means of survival. I refuse to become like others of my kind, abandoned, left scratching at their scales like lost little junkies. Since you're so interested in Sithis, I'll let you in on a secret. Something you won't find in media reports or library books. I should clarify for the purpose of the following explanation, in case you're unaware. To the Sithis, when we reference our hearts, we are speaking of something inside us, more akin to what humans refer to as souls. Each and every one of us is born with a hole in our hearts. It is our curse to carry for offending our old gods long forgotten. It's this affliction that causes our insatiable hunger. Some of the more scientifically inclined members of our species have spent eons attempting to discover a cure, but to no avail. We are demonized in all societies, cruelly labeled leeches, vampires, and snakes. But the truth is, we are simply incomplete. That is why we suffer. What are you doing? I'm supposed to be here for you, not the other way around. Huh? No. You smell so good. I could almost eat you, but you deserve so much better than that, little human. Please, don't let go. I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me.
No! It's not okay! How could it possibly be okay? After everything you've done for me. And this is how I... How could you? To them, of all people, why you almost ruined everything.
You're never gonna want to see me again after this, are you? Before you answer, I'd appreciate it if you could spare me any half-hearted excuses. I'm only interested in the truth. But how? How could you stand to be around me? Huh? You're too kind for your own good. I'm so sorry. It's me. I can't believe it's that time already. Not really. Just my next client. I'll call back when I'm outside. Perhaps, but it's a price I'm willing to pay, if it means spending a few more minutes with you. Likewise. Is it tragic that I don't want to leave? You know, I've enjoyed our time together immensely. Seeing you has made every awful appointment I've ever endured worth it. I mean it. You'll ask for me again tomorrow, won't you? Good. That's good. Oh, but don't call for me by name, okay? I know it sounds silly, but it's important. For some reason, I get a higher fee if I'm sent out on surprise package orders. If you just request another surprise, I'll make sure they send me. Then I'll look forward to it. Well, I suppose I better be off before I get an earful. I'll see you again sometime tomorrow, little human. Huh? Whatever did I do to deserve someone as wonderful as you, Sweet dreams, Lonnie. Believe me, I'll be counting down each second until I see you again.
Reports suggest this latest disappearance occurred when the performer was en route to an appointment. Lydia Grevestock, long-term partner of the seemingly vanished Redpole, known famously for their enthusiasm and endurance as an escort, raised the alarm when they failed to make their usual check-in with her upon arriving at their scheduled destination. Ms. Grevestock says she knows with certainty that her partner never made it to their appointment, claiming that the tracking device she installed on Redpole's phone shows they went missing somewhere in the Setonian slums, a dangerous district on the border of the Arcadia sector, designated as a no-go zone by administrators. Ms. Grevestock admits that Redpole's activity in the area wasn't unusual, as they frequented the red zone to stock up on supplies for work. The question remains, is Redpole's disappearance an unhappy coincidence considering the high crime rate ascribed to the area? Or could it be yet another case connected to the string of vanishing Deadly Desires performers? We'll have more on that and our other top stories shortly. But first, have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes at Administrator HQ? If so, stay tuned for our revealing interview with Administrator Acuros right after this quick break.